I already knew what went on at Navajo.
Did you make any effort to contact them at all before you went out there?
I didn't need to.
So you didn't?
I didn't.
Okay.
Because I didn't need to.
Okay. You've been acquitted of all those criminal charges, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you could contact Navajo today if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you tried to do that to supplement your
No,
report?
because I lost interest.
Okay.
Because I was arrested. Kind of squashed the whole thing, you know?
Okay. If you had been able to make your video the way you wanted to, what were you going to do with it?
What do you mean?
If you had been able to shoot your video the way you intended when you went out there, what were you going to do with the video? What was going to become of it?
Yeah, it depends on what I decided. You know, I have options. I could either leave the roll footage up for sale, or if a news agency wants to use it, maybe something happens at the refinery. You know, they're in Albuquerque. They can't drive all the way down just to get a quick video of the refinery. They might take it from me instead.
I'm sorry.
So I lost my train of thought again.
You were talking about what you could do with the video.
Yeah, so that, or I end up just making my own, or nothing happens. It's just whatever.
Okay.
You know, it's just up to me. Whatever I decide, whatever I feel.
Did you have anybody specific in mind that you were going to try and give or sell that video to?
No, I was gonna develop a portfolio.
Okay.
It was barely my second news, whatever.
After the WHIP
Yes.
project? Okay. Nobody had asked you to film the refinery, had they?
No.
Okay. And no one had commissioned you or offered to pay you to film the refinery, had they?
No. I'm an independent journalist building a portfolio so that I could begin my next career as a photographer, or videographer, photographer.
And no one had agreed to pay you to go film the refinery, had they?
No.
Okay. And no one had agreed in advance that they would buy whatever film you got from the refinery, had they?
No.
Okay.
I never said that I was specifically will sell it. I said there's options in case I decide to sell it, in case I decide to make my own video, upload it to YouTube, you know.
That video you shot of the WHIP site, did anybody ever buy that from you?
No.
Okay. Did you ever offer it for sale?
No.
Why not?
Because I just kept it in my catalog.
Okay. And you never even offered it up for sale, the WHIP video?
No, but it's on my YouTube channel. If anybody looks up Whip or whatever, my video, if it doesn't come up right away, will eventually come up. Right. My video, it's up on my channel, and if anybody goes to YouTube and types in Whip, Carlsbad, New Mexico, something to that effect, my video, if it doesn't come up immediately, it will come up eventually. And if people see it and they like what they see, they can go to my channel and contact me. But I don't have it advertised for sale. It's just there, and it's got views. People watched it, they liked it, they enjoyed it.
Okay. Who did you intend to be the people to see your video?
Anyone in the world that wants to watch it with any interest.
Who were you hoping would watch it?
Anyone in the world. If they got an interest and they want to watch it, there it is.
You didn't have any kind of a target audience in mind?
No. All my videos are intended to be seen by anyone and everyone. The same way KRQ News is. Whoever turns on the news and wants to watch it, it's there.
You consider yourself to be an auditor, is that correct?
No.
You don't?
I'm a cop watcher, not an auditor.
Okay.
I have done audits, but anytime that I'm in public with the camera, I consider that an audit. Because if I'm out there recording, I'm hoping that any government agency or any government official is going to respect my right to record in public.
Okay.
So I consider that an audit, no matter if I'm out actually conducting an audit. If I'm out there with the camera, I consider that myself an audit. But I don't consider myself an auditor. I'm a cop watcher. I'm a First Amendment activist. I'm a constitutionalist.
What's a cop watcher?
Film the police. They record the police. Make sure they don't violate people's rights. Or we can't always depend on their body cameras. Now we gotta unbiased opinion, point of view.
Okay.
People,
And you consider yourself a cop watcher?
yes.
Okay. What's the difference between a cop watcher and an auditor?
Well, I mean, it really depends on who you're asking because, like I said, I consider an
What's your
audit.
opinion as to the difference?
An auditor is someone who goes into either government buildings or anywhere that's government, police stations, places like that, where the general public, is allowed to be. Any public lobbies, foyers, corridors, anything like that we're allowed to be, we're allowed to film from. So that's what people will do. They'll go to those places and
Is that what you
ask.
do?
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
I have done that, but I don't do that. That's not my style. Me, I'm a cop watcher, and I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. I'm still not sure what the difference is between a cop watcher and an auditor, and I cut you off, and I apologize. So go ahead.
If there's a traffic stop down there, I'm gonna pull out my phone and record it. That's a cop watcher. If I'm gonna go into the police station and go get a complaint form or a open records request form or FOIA form, whatever.
I'm sorry, and get what forms?
If I'm gonna go in there and get a officer complaint form or a open records request, like I want to get body cam footage or something, things like that. That is an audit. People go to post offices, which I'm not a fan of that. I know there's auditors that do that, but they go to do that and just hope and also to teach the public that look, we all have the right to do this. That's why they sell cameras at Walmart. It's not against the law to record. It's our First Amendment right to do so. So that's what they do. I have done that in my early stages of recording, but that's not my style. I don't do that. If I have business, like if I go get a business license, I'm gonna record when I go in there. So that's an audit. But I'm not going in there just to go and put cameras in their faces. If I'm gonna go, it's because I actually have business to conduct, and I'm gonna record my, interactions with my government employees.
Do you belong to any kind of organization or club or group of any kind at all that involves auditing or auditors?
No.
Okay. Do you belong to any kind of a group or club or organization, even informally?
No.
Just a bunch of. Let me finish. Group, club, organization, even an informal group that is involved with cop watching.
No.
Okay. As you walked along the side of the refinery there, describe for me where you walked.
From one end to the other, all the way down the highway.
Okay.
Only along the highway. That was it. Just down the highway.
Okay. You're aware, I'm sure you remember you've even mentioned it, the Jersey barricades that were up there along the fence?
Yes.
Okay.
They weren't along the fence, but they were there.
Right. Okay. At any point while you were walking down that road or down where you walked, did you ever walk between the barricades and the Navajo fence?
Never.
Okay. You never set 1 foot inside the line of those barricades?
No.
Okay. Did you ever put your camera unit over the barricades to do your filming?
No.
Even holding it up in front of you?
No.
Over the barricades?
It was always right here, and I was always on this side of the line.
Okay. And I assume that you purposely avoided walking between the barricades and the fence?
Only because I knew that
So that's yes, you did?
Do what?
You purposely avoided walking between the barricades and the fence?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because I knew the barricades were on the side of public property, but I wasn't there to push boundaries. I was just there to record and get a story.
Okay. You were concerned that if you walked between the fence and the barricades that you might be trespassing. Is that right?
No.
You weren't concerned about that at all?
As long as I didn't cross past the utility markers, the poles and all that stuff. As long as I stayed on this side of them, I was good. So I could have legally walked on this other side of those barricades and still been on public property.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I said I wasn't there to push boundaries. I was just there to get my story.
Okay. You could have gotten better video closer to the fence if you had walked between the barricades and the fence, right?
2 or 3 feet, no big deal. I got
Right?
zoom.
But it would have been closer, right?
Closer, maybe not necessarily better.
Okay.
Have you seen the Google Earth photos?
In
They
the
got
video,
some really good detailed photos on Google Earth of that whole entire, way better than I could ever get. Sides all the way around, aerial, all that. And you could zoom in and read numbers and all that stuff.
cool. In your video, you pause and do some filming when you come, pause for a little bit when you come to the various gates that are along the fence there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. When you were at those gates and paused, did you ever step at all inside the line of those barricades?
Never.
Okay. Before that day, had you ever seen anybody walking along that south side of the Navajo refinery where you walked?
No, I live in Carlsbad.
Okay. So you'd never seen anybody do that before?
No, I live in Carlsbad. I don't know what goes on over there on the outside. I just know it's a refinery. I wanted to go record.
Okay. And you'd never heard of anybody walking along there where you walked, had you?
I never asked.
But you'd never heard of that, had you?
That's kind of a... Oh, I mean, that's not even a how am I supposed to hear that? I was like,
Just asking if you had.
okay, no, I've never have. I'd never had no reason to ask or wonder or nothing.
Okay.
It's kind of irrelevant.
And you'd never walked yourself down that way before that day, had you?
So I would have been arrested if I would have, obviously. So no, I had it.
Okay. Before you went up there on the day that you did your filming, on September 11th, before you went up there, had you ever gone up there and driven by or looked it over, kind of scouted it out?
I've never scouted it. I've seen it. I mean, I live 30 miles away. I know it's there. I've, worked the area. I know it's there. But no, I've never scouted it out.
Well, I mean, what I'm asking is, whenever you had the idea to go and film the Navajo plant, whenever you had that idea, before you went up there that day, did you ever go up there and drive by and say, okay, I'm going to come up here in a few days and I'm going to start on this end and I'm going to go to that end? Did you ever sort of scout it out, for lack of a better phrase?
No.
Okay. How many days before you went up there did you have the idea to go do that, film the Navajo plant?
I've thought about it for quite a while. I've tried to think of where can I get good videos to, where else? So I thought the whip building,
Good
okay.
videos to what?
To record, make news videos or whatever, B-roll footage, what places would be good, I thought in my head. So I thought of whip and then I thought of Navajo. And I just, whenever I realized, I ain't got nothing to do, I remember I wanted to go to Navajo, so I went to Navajo. So that morning I quickly researched the GIS survey before I went so I knew where I could be and because I didn't want to go and be like, they'd be like, and I'd be like, and then I'd be wrong. So I knew exactly where I was allowed to be.
From the GIS, you think?
Yes.
Okay. Over there where you walked on that side of the street, on the side where the refinery is, there's no sidewalk over there, is there?
No. Okay. There's no paved sidewalk, I guess, but there is a walkway.
Where is the walkway?
Right where I walked, and when you get to the end, it continues on down the highway all the way to
Kind
Lovington.
of a gravel path or something?
Yeah, and it just goes on and turns into grass, but it's not paved. But yeah.
Okay. That refinery, the Navajo refinery, is pretty big. You agree with that?
I wouldn't know compared to what. I mean,
Just compared to a gas station or a pump jack out in the field. I mean, it's a pretty big operation. Is
well, I
that a
mean,
fair statement?
it's a big yard, yeah. I mean, but there's bigger ones though. You know what I mean? So that's what I know.
Sure, down in Houston, places like
yeah.
that. But for this part of the world, that's a pretty big refinery, right?
Sure. No, I don't think so, really. To be honest, I think it's kind of small.
Bigger than the one in Jal, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. And you understood that day when you went out there that refinery processes crude oil and natural gas, right? You knew that.
Yes.
Okay. And you were aware that day that refinery uses and produces a lot of material that would be flammable.
Yes.
You knew that.
Yes.
Okay. There's tons of no smoking or smoking in designated area signs around the plant, right?
I'm sure there is.
Okay. I think there's some of them on your video, right?
There probably is.
Okay. And you were aware of that the day you went out there?
No, I wasn't. I didn't smoke out there, and I wasn't looking for non-smoking signs. If they were there, then they were there.
Okay. But you knew, or you would have guessed for sure, that there would be signs out there about no smoking around that plant.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
It's like a
So,
gas station.
With all of those things in mind, the fact that they process natural gas, that they process crude oil, that they create gasoline, kerosene, other flammable liquids, with all of that in mind, you would agree that if a person wanted to try and target someplace for a terrorist attack, that'd be a pretty good target, wouldn't it?
No.
You don't think so?
Nah, there's bigger, better ones.
Okay, good. So as of that date that you did your filming, you didn't have in mind that if somebody wanted to stage a terrorist attack, that would be a good target.
If people are gonna do it, they're gonna do it regardless if I make a video or not. Like I
That
said,
would be a good target.
it's on Google Earth. You can research Navajo Refinery or any other refinery. You can find where every single refinery in America is on the internet.
That'd be a good target, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
How many Navajo personnel did you interact with when you were doing your filming?
4, I think. 2 at the beginning, the one that stopped in the truck, and then the one in the middle, and then the safety guy.
In the red truck,
Yeah.
that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the guy that was back camming you?
That was the third guy.
That was what? Back game?
Back
Back
camming. Camming. Camera.
Oh.
Like recording me back.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it back camming or cam backing?
Cam back.
Okay.
Cam back.
I got it wrong.
That's the same guy that stopped in the middle of the highway.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 4 folks from Navajo?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea what those guys were doing before you showed up that day?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay. And then when you got down there to the end where the police eventually interacted with you, there were some other Navajo people back up by their offices that the police ended up going and talking to, right?
Yes.
Okay. So between...
Those were the same security guards I believe that I talked to at the beginning.
Well, they had come all the way down to the other end of the
They
property?
were following me in their truck. They were watching me.
Benito, he followed you?
One of them did. I don't remember which one's Benito.
He's the very first guy you talked to.
Okay. Okay, the other guy, I think he was the one that Sanchez talked to. Where she went to go talk to them, see if they want to be trespassed. I think that was the second security guard that walked up after I talked to Benito. So that was him. I don't know if Benito was over there with him also or not. So,
Okay.
but I think it was that guy that was in the truck watching me.
So between the 2 guys that you dealt with at first, the guy that talked to you from the street, and then later on cam backed you or whatever it's called, and then the guy in the red truck that pulled up there at the end, and then maybe another security guard or some person from Navajo that was back there talking to the cops when you got arrested. It sounds like there were 5 or 6 or so Navajo people that were aware of or involved in your situation. Is that a fair estimate?
If they chose to be.
But
I
I'm just
guess.
talking about numbers. Is that about the right number?
I know of 4. So, I mean, I know the first 2, the one, and then the safety guy. Those are the 4 that I'm sticking with because that's who I remember seeing. And I don't remember who, those are the same ones that were over there, if those are different people.
Okay. And you don't know what any of those guys were doing, any of those 4 before you got out there?
Lunch, I don't know.
You don't know, do you?
No, of course not.
All right. You had a form of ID on you at the time, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was it, a driver's license?
Yes.
New Mexico driver's
Yes.
license? Okay. And you never provided your ID to either Officer Bailey or Sanchez, did you?
Nope.
And you never intended or planned to provide it, did you?
Not at that point, I didn't.
when they were interacting with you.
Right.
Okay.
Had they articulated a crime, then I would have, because I'd be legally obligated to. But before that, I don't got to, and I won't surrender my rights for anyone.
Okay.
Plain and simple. Too many people have died defending those rights. Be a huge dishonor for me to just give them up like that just because a cop shows up. Cop has no authority unless I broke the law.
Okay, so when they were talking to you and asking you for your ID, you were not intending to, you were not going to give them your ID?
No.
Other than you sticking up for your rights, was there any other reason why you did not give them your ID?
No.
Describe for me the camera setup that you had that day.
It was just a cell phone. I had it's called a C-grip stabilizer, and my cell phone was on top. My Nikon DSLR camera was on the bottom side. My Nikon was what I was going to use to static record, and I liked the way because I didn't have expensive cameras and stuff then. My camera would record audio, and my phone would record audio, but one worked better indoors and one worked better outdoors. So sometimes I would take a video from one camera and use the audio of the other one, because one would record, like if I'm outside, it's gonna pick up traffic and everything. It's just over loud and too much noise. And the other one, it's more, clean, normal, like you would hear. And then if you go indoors, it's like kind of vice versa. So I had them both set up that way. But since, like I said, they went, and I had this battery pack, this same battery pack right here is the one I had taped or velcroed to the bottom, and that's what my cell phone was plugged into, just like this. And
Okay, so that day you had your cell phone, right?
yes,
A stabilizer device of some kind?
yes,
Okay. Your Nikon camera, right?
yes,
And then a battery pack.
yes.
Did you have any other components to your rig that day besides those?
That's all it took. That was it.
What cell phone did you have?
It was a LG V20.
Okay. Do you still have it?
No,
What happened to it?
it just ran its course.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's dead, no good. This is my new one.
Where is the old LG V20?
God knows, somewhere in a landfill.
When did you get rid of it?
When they busted on me, it just quit working. I had it for like 3 or whatever years. It just wore out entirely, and it would hang up on its own in the middle of calls and stuff. So I finally got that one and tossed it.
So more or less, when did you get rid of the LG V20?
I don't know, man. A year ago, 2 years ago. I don't know.
Okay. And you had a stabilizer device?
Yes.
How does that work? What is that?
It's just a C-grip stabilizer. You put that on, and it just helps you hold your equipment in more stabilized manner. Instead of shaking or all that, just more stable.
And do you still have that
Yes.
device? Okay. And you had a Nikon camera also?
Yes,
Was it for video or still photos or both?
it does both.
Okay. What type or brand or model is it?
That was it's a P100, that one I had then, that I used then.
Okay. You still have that?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. And then the battery pack, the same one you have today?
This one here.
Okay. All right. Did you have any other equipment on that rig?
No.
The video that we've all seen, the one that was, I guess, uploaded, that you live streamed, what device was that recorded with?
That LG V20. It wasn't recorded,
cell
it was
phone?
live streamed. Yes, a cell phone.
Okay.
It doesn't record to your phone when you live stream. It goes straight to the internet. So if a cop takes my phone, we need that for evidence. There's no evidence on there. The video's not on the phone. It's already on the net. It's already been seen by however many's watching it.
Okay. And so the reason that we're still able to watch it today and put it on flash drives and stuff is because it's out there on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on many others.
Okay. That day when you were out there at the Navajo refinery, did you do any recording on any of those devices besides the Nikon? I mean, besides the cell phones?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Okay. So you didn't record with the Nikon at all that day?
I couldn't.
So the answer is no.
No.
All right.
I never got a chance to get my settings set on it. It was a bright sunny day, and it was had before been set up for indoor shoot, and then outdoors, it's bright. All of us, it was just I couldn't get a clear shot, and I never got a chance to get it adjusted before I had to hurry up and go live. So,
And tell me why you had to go live instead of just shooting what you were encountering with those people in the refinery on your Nikon?
I've told you twice. For my protection, they cannot delete my footage if it's live streamed. If they take my phone, cops like to steal phones.
I'm sorry.
Cops like to steal phones and say it's for evidence, even though they don't have a warrant and all this other stuff. And they do it so they can try to get on the phone and delete your footage and all that stuff. So my phone, it's locked. But when it's live streaming, there's usually one or two other people who's watching the live streams who's recording it. So even if they're able to get onto my YouTube channel and delete my video, there are still already recordings out there that are backed up, and so cops can't do this to you.
Okay.
So they take my stuff. I still got backup videos.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience where a cop took your phone and deleted anything you'd recorded on it?
No, not yet.
Hadn't happened to you?
Not me yet, not yet. But I know people it has. And they
Have
still
you
do
ever
it.
known that to have been done by anybody with the Artesia Police Department?
No.
Okay.
Wasn't gonna wait to give them the chance.
Hmm?
Said I wasn't gonna wait to give them the chance and then wish I had. I was prepared to be confronted.
You wish you had? Is that what you said?
No, I just lost my train of thought again. You did that.
I thought I heard you say you wish you had given them the chance to do that. Is that what you said?
No, that's not what I said. But I forgot. I just lost my train of thought again. It happens to me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just like this, it happens from time to time.
It happens when?
From time to time, just like that. My brain will just kind of, and then you have to remind me what we're talking about.
Okay. I was asking you about police officers taking your phone and deleting stuff on it. You said that had never happened to you, but that you know of people that it had happened. I asked if you know of Artesia Police Department people ever doing that. You say no.
Sorry. Yeah, I said I never wouldn't give them the chance to take it. Is what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your cell phone that you used to live stream, I'm going to stop saying record because I know you didn't record it. The cell phone that you used to live stream that day, that had a zoom function on it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And at various points during your live streaming, you used that zoom function to move in on certain things, right?
I probably did.
Okay. All right. Now you say you were broadcasting live, right?
Yes.
And that was live on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Mad Dog the Exposer?
Stray Dog.
Sorry.
Get it right, man. Come on.
Stray Dog the Exposer.
Yeah, the Stray Dog.
Okay. That's the channel the YouTube channel you were broadcasting live on.
Yes.
Okay. How many people were watching live that day?
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
I'm sure. I know there's a way to track that, right?
Yeah, you just have to go back and look and watch it. I wasn't very many, maybe 8, 10. No, probably not even 10.
Okay.
Millions have seen it since.
How did those people know to start watching your channel whenever that happened then?
They're subscribed to my channel. They get notifications when I go live or if I upload a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
then also YouTube pays. I get paid from YouTube also. Don't get a whole lot no more because my channel got shadow banned for a while, meaning that I had a controversial video of a cop shooting and killing a lady because he was afraid of her dog. He meant to try to shoot the dog, but shot the lady in front of her 4-year-old son and husband.
Where'd that happen?
Where was it? I can't even think right now where it was. It wasn't here though, but I put a video showing this happening, but because poor lady died, it was considered controversial or whatever, and so because of that, my channel got shadow banned, meaning that they're not They stopped. They weren't putting my videos like in the recommendation areas, and they weren't giving notifications, sending notifications when I would upload videos and stuff. So my views on my channel, my videos dropped 90% literally overnight when I posted that video. After I posted that, so it got real hard for me to make any money. I wasn't making no money after that. So it wasn't until most recently that a couple, like 3 or 4 channels had shared some of my videos and got my subscriber count going again, and it kind of revived my channel and stuff. So.
Okay. Before you got shadow banned, what was your highest subscriber count?
I think I was stuck at 9,000 for over a year.
Okay. And after you got shadow banned, what was your subscriber count?
No, that's what I'm saying. You mean after I got unshadow banned, or
before you ever got shadow banned, what was your subscriber?
That's what I'm saying. I was at about 9,000 or 9,500, somewhere around there. But because I got shadow banned, that's where it stayed. And then I was losing subscribers every day.
Okay.
And people were coming, and how come
when you got unbanned, what was your subscriber count?
It was the same, but I now have nearly 14,000.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The video that got you shadow banned, you didn't shoot that video yourself, did you?
No.
Where did you find it?
On the net, on YouTube.
Okay. And it involved a cop trying to shoot a dog but shot a lady, right?
That and
More or
then
less.
and then another cop trying to shoot a little girl's dog and shoots the little girl in the eye because he's afraid of the little dog in their house that he invaded, you know.
Okay.
And then another cop, this is all in the same video I put, another cop walking in people's backyards and shooting their dogs while their dog's tied up, and then saying, oh, the dog attacked me, when people had cameras showing everything that happened. The dog was never a threat, it was playful, and you know. So I put all that stuff, and it made a lot of people angry at the police because of it, that it created a controversy, and they Facebook notified me, YouTube notified me, saying that we'll leave your video up because it was done in an educational manner, meaning I was speaking and doing it in an education, rather than just putting a video out there to trash cops. It was done in an educational, mature manner, so they left it, but they demonetized it because of it. So it wasn't advertiser friendly, and they don't consider any of my videos advertiser friendly anymore. So
is that true till today, up to today?
Well, no, not no more, but I get probably 3 out of 10 channels, about 3 out of 10 videos will get monetized, but the ones that get monetized get the least views now. So my video that's not monetized will get from 5 to 50,000 views, and the video that gets monetized will get 1,000 maybe.
Why is there that difference?
That's the way YouTube and their algorithms and everything. They silence truthers and activists.
Is that video compilation that you made that you just told us about, is it still on your channel?
I deleted that.
Why did you delete it?
Because I was trying to revive my channel, so I took off everything that was not monetized or that wasn't my own original video. I removed all of that, and then to try to, if they would see, like, look, it's only these videos now. I'm trying to get my thing going again. It didn't work, but like I said, when other channels ended up sharing my stuff, then my subscriber count started moving again, and things started rolling again.
You said that you get paid for some of your YouTube videos?
I did. I haven't been paid, but yeah. You can. People do. You make a living on YouTube.
When was the last time that you got paid for any of your videos?
Like 3 months ago.
Okay. And is the fact that you're not getting paid anymore, does that have to do with you being shadow banned?
Pretty much.
Okay. How does it work for when you were getting paid for your videos? How does that work?
It's hard. It's complicated because their algorithms is very complicated, and so it goes off of how many views, how quick you get those views, how long of the video, how much of the video they watch, times a day. There's just so many things that's all thrown. So there is no specific. You can't say if you put this, you're gonna make this much. it's just impossible.
So YouTube evaluates your video and decides whether you're going to get paid for it or not.
Yeah, and
They decide how much you're going to get paid.
exactly,
right?
exactly.
Okay. Did you ever get paid anything at all for this video of the refinery?
No, because it was instantly what do you call it? What they call limited. So instead of it being not entirely demonetized, they do limited, which means you'll only receive money if people who are YouTube Red subscribers. Meaning that you get the Red subscription of YouTube. Excuse me. Then they don't put commercials. You can watch videos without commercials. So they'll give you a penny or something from they watch your video. So you don't make no money if it's limited or demonetized. You don't make no video. And if it's monetized, depending on the status of your channel, I mean, you'll make a lot of money. But because in my case, I still don't make no money.
Okay.
So I mean.
And this video of the Navajo refinery, you never made any money off of that?
I don't think I ever did.
Okay. When was it that you got shadow banned?
About a year and a half ago.
So did you get shadow banned after this incident at Navajo?
Yes.
Okay. Had you ever been shadow banned before?
No. No, they just started this stuff like literally just over a year ago, and they screwed so many channels over on YouTube. There's so many video makers that are angry because they're doing this on purpose. It's just greed. The less money they give you, the more they keep. You know what I mean? That's basically what it boils down to.
And YouTube makes money off of videos by selling advertisement on the videos,
yes.
right? Okay.
Oh, not all of them, but yes, they do. That's how they.
Okay. When you're live streaming, is it usual for you to have about 8 or so people watching, or is it more than that sometimes, or does it just...
I rarely ever live stream. That might have been my second one ever.
When was the other time you would have live
Like I said, I don't know. I rarely ever live stream. I know they were doing training. The police were doing training at middle school there in Carlsbad for school shooting training, the whatever. So they had helicopters flying over and stuff, and I went to go record that, and so I had my camera up on the tripod, and I was live streaming, talking to my audience during all this going on and stuff. So I was taking pictures with my camera while speaking with my audience and stuff. So
that was a live stream?
That was a live stream, and I think that was probably, that wasn't the last one. I had probably another one, but I have very few live streams.
Okay.
Very few live streams.
In the description that I've seen, the written description that goes with the video of this incident, there's a written description there, and it looks like it's worded as if it's written by you, and it says something in there about who the officer involved was and the phone number for the Artesia Police Department. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? Okay. Did you put that description in there?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you put the officer's name and the phone number for the department in that description?
So people can know who the officer was.
Okay. And
so they can...
Giving them the name tells who the officer was. Why do you put the phone number in there?
Because people have a First Amendment right to adjust their grievances to the government.
And so you put the phone number in there with the expectation that people will call the police department?
No,
right?
I put it there if people wanted the information, it's there. Kind of save them the time of having to look it up.
Why would they want to look it up?
Because people like to address their grievances.
By doing what? Calling the police department?
Whoever they call. Okay. Some people get mad and call the mayor. I've never done that, but people do.
So some people will watch your video and they'll have whatever reaction they have to it, and they'll have the phone number there that you've provided so that they can call the police department and express their opinion about what happened, right?
What happens is when someone will call and try and talk to a supervisor or the chief or someone like that to get answers. And I know there are
people who've watched your video.
I don't mean me specifically. I'm saying in general. That's what goes on. People will call and want to speak and get explanations, and they'll have cordial conversations and all that. But